Our story regarding our journey to Singapore really begins about 12 years ago when we took Sandy's oldest daughter to Bethany College of Missions. And there during the opening weekend, the professors challenged these young people about a life sold out to Christ can be used for His glory. We looked at each other as being in the audience and we said we really want to be part of that in the years to come. So we sort of positioned ourselves for the next 12 years to get ready for a cross-cultural experience. We did Perspective on World Missions 3 years ago. We came to visit an OMF worker in Southeast Asia. We shared our desire to think about cross-cultural work, prayed with her, returned home to the U.S., and about 2 days later, we received an email from our friend saying, if you were serious, there is an opening in Singapore. They're looking for a guest home manager. We looked at each other and said, well, maybe this is it. What do we have to lose to look into it? And within 12 months, God brought us back and we have begun our roles at the International Center. One of the hardest things for me is being away from my grandchildren, but specifically when I see photos of them on Facebook and they're sitting on the lap of their other grandfather. That really tugs at my heart, and I feel somewhat cheated that I'm not having that time with them. But at the same time, I believe what Sandy and I are doing in Singapore, God will use in their life, even if we are not present with them. God will fill in the gap for us being absent and will still input into their life, probably in ways I could never imagine. Another instance that was difficult was during a Skype call with my dad. My dad passed out, collapsed right on the screen. I'm watching this. He's sitting in the room with some other folks that were able to call for help. The EMT arrived within a few minutes, put him on a stretcher, and took him out. Turns out he was fine. I was confident, even though I'm watching this, that he would be okay, but it's still unsettling to see that happen right before your eyes. But the upshot of that is, it helped confirm to me that my dad is in God's hands, whether I'm next door or 10,000 miles away.
So if someone was in a similar situation to us and they have a professional career, they're ready to move on to something else and they've got skills that they can offer, I would encourage them to look and see how they might be able to be used. Don't wait until it's too late, but if God is tugging at your heart and telling you to use the talents that you have, there's places that you can be used. Had we waited too much longer, we would have been past the point when we would have been able to travel and make these trips and be useful here in Asia. A lot of our friends ask us how we could leave our family behind and come this far away, and I just like to tell them, how could I not do that because of what Christ did for us? He's made it clear that He wants us here, and that's what we cling to when we doubt maybe why we're here, or we feel like, wow, what are we doing here?
Very adoring